This is not just a normal shard pulling video. I swear, I can quit whenever I want to. Whenever I want to. Hello everyone, Bront CatHerder here. When I'm not going through withdrawals, we're talking Raid Shadow Legends. So we are here on my main, and I have thought this over, and I think I am going to probably skip the next fusion. I did a video on that. I don't really see that adding a lot to value to either of my accounts, but on top of that, I'd like to actually kind of focus on a few other things on both of the accounts. We'll certainly see on my main. On my alt, I just don't have the resources, so I think I'm probably going to skip. But we do have a progressive for Glaicad right now, as well as a chance to get points for the Thor chase, or the Thor soul chase, that is. I actually am in pretty good shape on my main, but I would really like a Glaicad. Glaicad would do all kinds of wonders for this account. I could probably place Duchess in one of my teams, and it'd be actually my Nightmare team. Glaicad is particularly good because he offers you, not only do you get the speed aura in battle, but allies under Veil give buff plays of this champion deal 10% more damage, and allies under Perfect Veil deal 10% additional damage to enemies under Veil or Perfect Veil. That part's not super exciting, but he does have Revive Dead with turn meter and HP and increased defense and increased accuracy. They will place them even if no allies are revived, and if nobody's revived, he gets an extra turn. That's kind of nice. 4-turn cooldown. Kind of hit or miss on the happens even with no allies revived, but increased accuracy, increased defense, good buffs to have. Get yourself increase attack and Perfect Veil on a 5-turn cooldown to a 4-turn cooldown. So very Duchess-like. You don't get the block debuffs, which is a little unfortunate, but you do get turn meter fill. And again, you're also getting the extra damage out of this as well. And then an A1 has a chance of freeze. Debuff can't be resisted. Not really going to be super helpful in Hydra. But overall, he is very, very good in Hydra, and I think he will help out my account quite a bit. So I am 17 into Mercy. So at the moment, I have a 16% chance of pulling a Legendary. It will go up quite a bit. So I've got a decent chance of getting a Legendary, and we are going to pull until I get a Legendary, and we'll take the bonus points for the Slayer gear, because get some nice Slayer accessories from this as well. So I need to grab my Pepsi, so give me a second, and I will be right back. All right, crack open a nice Pepsi. Not a sponsor. Pepsi, you can fix that, though. You can sponsor me. Be very, very worthwhile for me. So let's get pulling. I've got 5 here. We're going to stop at a Legendary, regardless of which Legendary it is, because honestly, the chances once this resets, not going to be super exciting. Let's get this done in 1. Let's go. That is not a Legendary. That is a Cage Breaker, not a particularly useful epic. Come on, let's see some gold. That's not some gold. That is an Urticata. Urticata is actually kind of interesting. She's been panned for quite a while, but she's decent in Clan Boss. She's got a Hex here, Poison Sensitivity, and then a double hitter right here. But what she does is whenever this champion or an ally lands a critical hit on an enemy under Hex, there's a 10% chance, bookable to 25, of placing a 5% poison. Now, it sounds like it's not that great, but it's hit. This is a 3-hitter. This is a 2-hitter. So 3-hit 25%, 2-hit 25%. You put Sniper on, it becomes 30, and Sniper applies to everybody. And suddenly you're getting poison after poison after poison, combined with poison sensitivity. Now, you do waste 1 debuff on the Hex. You certainly are going to want decreased defense and weaken. But overall, for a progression champion, and I think it's actually an all speed and battles of 15% too, very, very useful champion for progressing in Clan Boss. Probably about the only place this champion's super useful, but, it's a nice option. So, we've got 3 left. Let's go. Come on, Pepsi. Lady Annabelle, she is amazing, particularly just because of this A1, heals her quite a bit. This is basically like having an additional 2 suits of Immortal on her, on top of the fact that she heals by 50% whenever an ally or enemy dies. This allows her to solo Bommel with fairly reasonable gear. It's very accessible. I do actually have a video on it, so I'll put a link up to the Bommel video up there. Obviously, it's not the Bommel rotation, but she is worth building out, and she doesn't even require books. So, all right, 2 left. Let's go. There's a legendary. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that is not a Glaicad, but that is actually new on my account, and Martyr is actually really solid. So, Martyr is known for, well, this is not what she's known for, but she has an attack all enemies, decrease attack, and a provoke, so that's kind of nice. But what she is she's one of the counterattack champions, so that's increased defense and counterattack. Now, Valkyrie is kind of better known for this ability because Valkyrie can hit fairly hard, and Valkyrie also brings a huge shield. The difference is Martyr can now use one of the blessings, and I'll actually go find that blessing in a second, to do additional damage based off this defense, which allows her to be a very useful champion in Fire Knight for Fire Knight hard. So what happens is you use Martyr, you use this ability, the Fire Knight attacks, you get 5 hits automatically on the defense of the Fire Knight, and then you get counterattacks across all of your champions, and you're almost through the shield before you actually have to do anything else at that point in time. So Martyr is great. She also hits very hard. She has a decreased defense here as well, defense aura in all battles. And let's go find that blessing quickly. Just grab a champion here. No, I don't want to buy your stuff, Raid. Sorry. So I believe it is faultless defense. That's what it is. Whenever an enemy under increased defense places by this champion reflects a portion of that damage back on the attacker. So that's awesome. That's a new champion. So I am going to hop on my alt and we'll talk about what I'm doing there. All right, so we're on my alt here, and this is where it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm certainly going for Thor here, but I've missed a few more points because I missed a dungeon diver. I'm running low on gems here. In fact, I accidentally used a bunch of extra gems here recently, so that's a problem. So I need to hit just about everything in this deck at Fate. So I've done a decent job so far, but I've only got 10 points. I've got a few other 1,000 points left. I do, however, have 10 shards here. But we also have 4,000 mystery shards. So we're pulling 4,000 mystery shards. Yeah! No, we're not doing that. I don't hate myself. So we are going to pull all 10 of these sacreds pretty much no matter what. Again, a Glaicad would be absolutely amazing. Now, I realize Freya is in here, and Freya is kind of cool. Freya will, however, be an available champion eventually. There will be an event for Freya, and of course, since I'm going to be saving up shards because I'm probably not doing the fusion, well, Freya might become easier through some of the other events, especially if it's a soul-based event, which is what I'm hoping that Deck of Fate's going to be for her. But overall, I think Glaicad's going to help this account more as I am struggling to jump into Nightmare Hydra, and I think Glaicad will be one of the keys to help me get into Nightmare Hydra, even if all he does is provide additional support for a lower team to allow me to choose somebody else up into Nightmare. So we're going to pull 10 shards, and then we're going to hop into the Deck of Fate and finish whatever I can of the Deck of Fate, and hopefully that it will be enjoyable for you guys. So we have Pepsi again. Again, they are still not a sponsor. I have not received a phone call since I last pulled shards, so they are not a sponsor. I'm working on it. We'll see what happens. But they brought me a martyr, and I am super happy about the martyr. I don't think I'm anywhere near Mercy, however, on this account. So I might hit Mercy in the last 1 or 2 shards, but we're just going to hope, because you know what? RNG is going to RNG. So prayers to RNGesus. Let's get some hype. I appreciate it. And let's get going. All right, let's try actually hitting the button. There we go. That is an Urticata. I have already went over Urticata. Don't need to do that again. Apparently is a 10x Urticata. That is a Soul Drinker, not particularly exciting. This is the epic that if you kill him, he will place 2 bombs on each champion. He's okay. He can be used in some Bob teams in Arena for some gimmick stuff, but probably not a great champion to invest a lot of time and effort into. All right. Ooh, that is great. I don't have a Magnar on this account. Magnar is absolutely new. Now, Magnar is an absolute beast of a champion, and Magnar... basically, this is not the one he does. This hits very hard, but this is a single target attack. This here hits very hard for an HP-based champion, and he's got some pretty decent max HP for an epic. And got a chance of placing a stun on enemies under HP burn, but if they're not under burn, he hits a second time. So this is one of the better single damage HP hits. Other than that, to be fair, now you've got Narcissus, now you've got Taurus, which are about two of the only people that are actually better than Magnar. So very, very good champion. Should be fairly easy to build on this account because I don't have any other HP nukers. So I can build him the nuke. I don't need any accuracy. Yes, he has some burn stuff, but I don't really need it. He's got an A1 with decreased defense. Again, I don't really care about that. I look for him doing damage. And then heals champion by 1% every time anyone in battle takes damage from an HP burn. So HP burn is weird. It kind of lowers his damage a bit, but it enables other parts of his kit. So very, very good champion, though. Well worth pulling. In a mid-game account, he can be an arena nuker for you. He can be a decent go second nuker in arena, even in a late-game account. Heck, 2.5 years ago when Magnar came out, he was actually in high-level arena in Platinum. So good champion, certainly not the meta anymore, but definitely a good champion to have, definitely useful for all kinds of wave content, particularly in Centranos as well. So let's keep going. We're pulling 7 more. But I'm actually excited about that. Magnar is awesome. And that's another reason, got the Seeker, that's good. Can empower my Seeker. I may have to redo my clan boss team a little bit, but that's fine. Extra damage on Seeker doesn't suck. And Seeker's a good champion. So that is a Jareg. Jareg is good for progression in clan boss, but probably not late game champion. Delaja, not particularly exciting. I don't remember what she does even. Poisons on A1, decrease attack on the A2, attacks all enemies. I think she does okay damage. Place a continuous heal on all allies and a shield buff on this champion. Shield buff on all allies. So continuous heal and shield, not bad. If she actually does some decent damage as well, could be kind of interesting. She's an HP champion. So yeah, you build her some tanky, you might get a little extra damage out of this, get some accuracy going, and 30% chance of counterattacking when ally lizard been attacked. Heck, maybe pair with Teox and something. I don't know. Okay, champion. It's an epic. You could do worse, you could do better. Gorlos is very useful for his HP burn. He actually is a champion you can use with Godseeker in teams with Sand Devil if you want to. That HP burn can be very helpful. It does some damage. He's okay. He's got decreased defense as well. Again, if you need decreased defense, he's okay. Does okay damage. Not bad for using for faction wars. Probably not a late game champion you're going to build. Kitus is not particularly great. His special here is he does additional damage. If he is low on HP, he can hit fairly hard. The setup is generally not worth it, and the amount that damage he does has really been power crept. So he's just not great. We got 2 more. Let's see if we can get some gold as well. But honestly, I'm happy with the Magnar, and I'm happy with the bonus Seeker. I'm not going to complain if we don't get gold. But I'll also complain if we don't get gold, if you know what I mean. Vildrax, the bug, he was one of the first Blitz buff Hex. So he's got an AoE Hex in here somewhere. That's about all he does. Really nothing particularly exciting. All right. Come on, Pepsi. Let's go. Come on, Polarium. Let's go. And that's Old Hermit Jorg. Decent reviver. He's very RB-esque. Increase attack and fill turn meter. He's got a revive all out. Well, it's only 2 allies, but decent amount of HP and turn meter and puts perfect veil on them. And he's got a HP burn on the A1. Usable in low to mid-end arena. Usable for faction wars. He's okay. So, all right. We have a ton. And I don't want that. No. We should have a ton of Deck of Fate points. Awesome. All right, so my goal is to get as many of these hammer points as possible so I don't have to do a lot more of the champion building just because champion building is annoying. I've got plenty of champions. I've got plenty of brews, so I can do it. But let's go. Let's get some purples, knock them out of the way. That is not a purple. That is also not a purple, but we'll use the dust. No, we're not going to pin that. I've already got the purple pinned. No, we're not going to pin that. Good choice, because now we got 2 purples. And so far, the pin, there's some hammer points. That's good. Any day now. Would really like those 90 hammer points that are on a purple. There's a purple. There we go. Legendary Tome. That is great. So what do we got now? We've got 3 purples out here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 the blues. Let's go and see what we pull. That is a purple. That's another legendary tone. Let's pin this again because we're actually doing fairly well with the purples. Good choice on that pin. Is that a purple? No, that is not a purple. That is hammer points. All right, that is a purple as well. So we've gotten multiple legendary books and 300 gems. That is awesome. So looks like I have gotten 40, 80, 90, 100 hammer points. I really needed to get about 160, or actually I needed 120 minimum. So I need to do a little more champion training to get the rest of these. But hey, we got a ton of gems. We got a bunch of extra legendary books, which will be super helpful. So this is progress on this account, and this is me getting rewards in the account. They're going to make the account progress better. So I think it's overall been worth it for this account. Whether or not it's worth it for your account to pull right now, I don't know. I did a video on the fusion. I don't think the next fusion is bad. I think the next fusion actually has some good use in Hydra, possibly. Unfortunately, I don't have test server access to do that, to check it out and see how well that would work in Hydra. But, you know, we'll see how this goes. But sometimes you just got to button down and realize you're not going to make a fusion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce what I can do. I'm going to reinforce some of my champions. I'm going to spend some time in Minnow. I'm going to spend some time farming in places to ascend some of my gear. I'm going to see if I can progress a little bit in Hydra. And I'm just going to work on tuning my account. And I'm probably not going to pull shards for the next week or two. And hey, we'll save up and hopefully we'll have a chance to get an awesome fusion in, end of October, early November. So till the next video, appreciate you guys hanging around. Hopefully you're having some great luck with your pulls. I'm Bront CatHerder.